If you're speaking from stage, whether it's at a conference or a workshop, or maybe you have a trade show where people come by your booth, you may be wondering how to efficiently get people in your audience onto your mailing list so you can follow up. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to use opt-ins via text message to get people into your email system. And for those of you that are still wondering what I'm talking about, you've probably seen call to action that say text a certain keyword like functional to 38470, and then magically the system is enrolling people onto your mailing list. So I had the opportunity to work with Shilpa Saxena. She gave a talk at the IFM Annual International Conference recently, and we wanted to capture email addresses from people in the audience and send them the slide deck and other resources. So we set up a shortcode and a keyword, and so people could text functional to 38470, and that would then trigger automation to collect people's first name, last name, and email address, and then start sending them emails. Now you may be wondering, why should I use SMS opt-ins via email opt-in? Why couldn't I just show on my slides a URL and then have people go to that URL, enter their first name, last name, and email, and opt in that way? And that's perfectly fine. One of the problems that you have at large conferences is that if the internet is not really that fast and a lot of people are trying to opt in at the same time, oftentimes this doesn't work. I've been there, I've done that, and so opt-ins via text messages are much more robust because there's very little data that gets exchanged. So many modern email CRMs, for example, Entreport, already have this built in, and you can just tell your audience, text your first name and email to this particular number, and then they're on the sequence. It's super simple. There's not a lot to set up, and what that looks like is really that we're setting up a global rule in Entreport that whenever we receive an SMS from a contact at this phone number, then add them to a follow-up sequence, so they're now getting emails, and send them an acknowledgement SMS message back from this SMS numbers. So if you want to know the specifics how to set this up, just Google Entreport SMS opt-in and you'll find a step-by-step tutorial to do this. Now, if you're not on Entreport, or if your system doesn't have it built in, then there's another service called CallLoop, and CallLoop is great, does a lot of stuff around SMS text messaging, voice broadcasting, ringless voicemails. So let me just show you here in CallLoop how this works. So you have a couple options here. Pay as you go, you get some credits, you get one keyword, and it's 5 cents per message. If you want to buy your own keyword, such as the word functional, then it's $15 a month, and you can buy extra credits. So then you can just do this, pay as you go, try it out. It's great to start. Now once you've signed up, then the first thing you do is integrations. So there's default integrations that are very easy to set up for ActiveCampaign, Aweber, Drip, HubSpot, Infusionsoft, MailChimp, Marketo. So you can set up integrations for each campaign. So for instance, here we haven't set up anything. If you were to click on Infusionsoft, all you need is the app name from your Infusionsoft account. So this is the part that's before .infusionsoft.com, and then the API key. And again, for any of these integrations, you can just go into the CallLoop Help Center, collecting leads from text messages, and it walks you through the process step by step, integrating your app, creating your group, adding the tags and the follow-up. So you can just follow along for any of these. The next step you're going to do is create a group. The group is essentially, in an email CRM, that would be the campaign. So that's the bucket that you're adding new context to it, so you can then keep things separate. You can run different campaigns. And once you have set up a group, then you associate a group with a keyword. So there's a default keyword demo 4622 that comes with the account. So it's the same 5-digit number that comes with this keyword, but you can release that keyword and buy your own. Again, pay $15 a month. and then have any functional, any keyword that you want, and associate it with a specific group, so you can have different keywords going to different groups. Now, the next thing is that we're going to set up a follow-up. So again, for this one, for email capture, I haven't set up a follow-up. So you just get started. You call this maybe, the keyword. So you can keep things straight, send immediately. Then continue, and then saying, somebody texts you, then saying, awesome. What's your email address? So in this case, the system needs to ask this. And you want to request more information. So whatever they reply goes into the email address field, and then if they don't text you an email address back, then the system sends them this message: oops, please reply with just your email address. If they sent the email address, great. What's your full name? And then request more information. So now we're saving the information as full name. Now I'm just saying, perfect. Check your email inbox for the requested resources. And now we just click create follow-up. So now I have a follow-up sequence. Make sure you're turning the status off on, and then you can just text your keyword to the phone number, and make sure that you get the emails. Then essentially what it will do is it will collect your information, and you can then check this campaign to see that the first name, last name, and email and the phone number was collected, and that the resources go out. What's nice about Call Loop is that you can do a lot of other things with it. So you can upload phone numbers, cell phone numbers, into Call Loop and then create a broadcast. So you can then schedule a broadcast text message to all the people in a group. And so that's another way to use Call Loop. And again, that's an easy way to get started with text messaging. So I hope this was helpful. So as a recap, first step is to register for a Call Loop account, add some credits, then set up the integration with your email CRM, then set up a group, set up a keyword and associate that keyword with your group, then set up the follow-up broadcast, again connected to that group. And if you have an integration with your email CRM, then obviously you would set up a sequence in your email CRM that is triggered by that integration, that then sends them follow-up email messages and does all kinds of other things. So if you're wondering if this is the right fit for you and your practice, I'm happy to get on a complimentary 30-minute strategy session with you where we can review your goals and needs. And if it makes sense to you, we can talk about partnering together on your marketing, but it's really a no obligation call. And we really only want to move forward with people where we feel it's a win-win situation. So if that's you, go to bigboost.marketing/apply, and I hope to speak to you soon.